All right, race fans, here we go. Thanksgiving week here. This week, man, we're kicking it off, and I hope everybody's going to have a happy Thanksgiving because after tonight, talk to you. But tonight, Chicagoland here. It is a unique style track. Tonight, we'll see what kind of poses problems to some of these guys, if any at all. They're pretty good. We got qualifying underway tonight here for the Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series, and well, Wes, I know you're at a different location tonight here, but Chicagoland. To me, when I think of Chicagoland, I think of high side racing.
Yeah, and Chicagoland is fun. Running test earlier today, I for the most part was settled in towards the middle of the track, but heck, start of the runs, that low line can work, and then just slowly creep your way up almost.
Gotcha. Well, we'll see what we got. Qualifying underway here tonight. It's been an interesting season so far. Like I said, I hope everybody out there, and Fast Five too. That's still going on. We still got some Fast Five here. The guys in green are the Fast Five drivers, by the way, out there, so you'll be able to monitor those as the race goes on. And right now, looks like Bryant Miller, the man up front, putting it on pole for the moment. See if he's able to hold on to it. So, what did you? I mean, you said you tested this track a little bit. It's been a long time since I've run it. So I don't even think I've run it in this car. It's been the other Cup car. It's been that long. I mean, what exactly all did you learn?
Well, what I really learned is whenever you're sitting there in 1 and 2, you kind of have free will all over about whether you want to go bottom to middle. Your car is going to be pushing up tight off of 2 just ever so slightly. And then make sure you have that small little bit of steering angle in down the backstretch. It's not a straight line. There's a little bit of curvature. 3 and 4, that is really where I watch out personally. And then, sorry, I had Tyler Cheney interrupt me. But 3 and 4 is where I would watch out personally. That's where I tended to loop it a little bit more. You've got to be a little bit more off the throttle on entry just to kind of get your nose pointed into the corner.
Oh, absolutely. So right now we're looking at qualifying, and still Bryant's the man up front right now. You got Evans right there with him with Carr, Holloman, Genningsman, he's there too. Duncan, Benson, Jorgensen, Olmacheski, the new guy, name again. Fluger. Fluger. I said it. Oh, what? Stop. All right, right now, good runs. That might bring qualifying to a close, and Fuller's going to put it on time. We'll bring into a little bit of a warm-up, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Going to start this one off here tonight. Chicagoland Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. That'll be a good one.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back here, folks. A little bit of warm up here before we get started tonight here at Chicagoland. Guys going to get to feel the track. And, most notably, like I say, from what I think of when I think of this place, and we were just talking about this here, Wes, is if these guys get, 10, around 15 laps, going, I think they'll start getting a style groove and whatnot. It is always kind of hairy on the restart because you are side by side.
Yeah, and looking how they're running with practice right now, I'd say once they get past those 10 laps, they're going to be good. They're going to single it out ever so slowly, and then it's just momentum based all around. And looking right here, you see 3 different lines. Boyle's in the middle. Oh, Sumter around. Saw Boyle's in the middle. Sumter was up high, and then I think that was puckered down on the bottom. I couldn't quite tell the car. But you got some different lines you can take advantage of.
And I think right there, I think the line aeration go on the start, and as like you mentioned before, is as the run goes on, though, they'll migrate up to that top side. The tires start, kind of falling a little bit, and so go on. We'll have to see how this thing plays out. It'll be interesting to see. There's that Marlboro car. Good paint job. I like that gold and black. Gold, black, and white.
Yeah, I love that Marlboro scheme, man. We didn't see much of it. We didn't see much of it at North Wilkesboro, but it was one of the prettiest cars that we had.
Yeah. That Fast 5 going to happen tonight here. So those guys are still racing in that. Be able to see them. The ones that are highlighted in green are the ones who are going there. I know we got some penalties. We got quite a few, so we just have to watch and see what guys can come. Coming through the field here. Now, that's something interesting there that we were talking about. I think you could come through the field here, but you're going to have to try to get a little bit you can off the start. As this place tends to maybe sometimes be kind of a momentum style track if, again, we get that long run.
Yeah, and restart's always the best place to gain spots, the best time to lose it as well. So make up as much as you can, then just settle into a rhythm.
All right, right now, let's see what we got. Couple seconds here, folks. Get you set up here tonight. Gonna be a good one. Chicagoland guys here at Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. Couple cars out here. Been a wild up and down season so far for them. Pull this thing off. Well, Ginningsman right now is top man on the top spot.
Ginningsman's typically someone that we see as one of the guys that slowly makes his way up the field to be there at the end, but he's starting right up front off the start, so hey, he might be someone to watch out for early, and he might just be able to run away with it.
Well, absolutely. So right now, warm-up's done. Get set. Look at the grid here. Get us going. Chicagoland Speedway. Look at the grid here real quick. Said before, the man out front. Bryant Miller puts it up top. Man, with Sumter right there behind him. We got Ben Stevens going to start there in third. Greg Carr starting in the fourth. Brian Alleman starting in fifth. Chad Jenningsman, he's there in the sixth. Jonathan Duncan starting in seventh. Chris Vinson there in the eighth. Jorgensen starting in the ninth. Cole Macheski in the 10th. And Victor Fluger. God. I'll have to keep that one in mind for tonight, folks. We just found that one out last week, but starting in the 12th place spot, you got Mitchell. Michael Tucker right there is going to be in the 13th place spot. 14th. You got Mark Sanchez, Alexander Hammond, right there in the 15th. Art Nicoteri 16th. Kyle Westwood, he started 17th. Colton Gardner in the 18th. Alex Carr 19th. Russell Windsor, he's going to be 20th. Charles Van Scoot starting 21st. Got Dalen Grussmacher 22nd. Kevin Zozak 23rd. 24th spot. Got old Jose Medina. All right, Medina. All right, good deal. Got my man Wes over here helping me out. Boy, it's going to be 27th. Harold's right there in 28th. Clore starting 29th. Alphen, he's back in the 30th spot. Phillips 31st. Kibbe 32nd. Maines in 33rd. And looks like we got two cars. Ginningsman and Stewart.
They missed form up?
Yeah, they missed the yeah. Ginningsman was the fastest in practice there, warm up. So I mean, that's a good sign. Good and bad.
We're not going green. Not
going green either. So taking a little lap around, but so that may get out what I'm gonna say here is it's a good and bad thing there for him. Good side is that he was the fastest one, and became shows that he can get up to the field and was the fastest. Bad thing is he's gonna have his work cut out for him being way back there in the back. Trying to set this field back up. Like I said, we had some guys that are gonna have to drop back to the back. Guys got to go to the front, so that's what we're working on right now.
I'm excited too. I'm just wondering what the wave off was for.
Well, remember we had to get some of the
everybody to EOL.
DOL stuff. We got to move those guys. Well, you see Miller right there, unfortunately, putting it on pole, but he's one of the guys got to go to the back. And, though, I don't really talk much about the penalty system and all, folks. You can go to, I think Spartan Sim Racing has a website. You can go to SpartanSimRacingLeague.com and probably check out some of the rules there that they have. I mean, they have an extensive rule system here. That's kind of why I don't really get into it a lot. They have an EOL system if you get it causing a caution. Well, it's like a level style system. We might talk about that one day here. Just can get us in on it. But that's what's happening is the guys get a penalty, have to go to the back, and unfortunately that's where you had to, start, like Miller right there, unfortunately, starting the back along with Tucker and company. But, like, here we go.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. We'll race in Chicagoland. A good start for everybody. This is kind of what we're going to see side by side for a little while. Then, they'll kind of break out single file, after the point here. Those tires start, kind of neutralize a little bit. Fast track, too, Chicagoland, by the way.
Very, very quick track. Sumter already way up high in the marbles, but he seems like he's going to make it stick up there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of used to seeing in Chicago. You get way up under that wall. Hopefully these guys will, kind of utilize the low line. And, we've talked in the past here, too, is I'm more of a middle low line type of driver. I do not like being up underneath that near that.
I like to search around to where I'm comfortable, and here when I was running test sessions, I put myself middle of the track. That's where I liked it. I tested the high side. I could run it, but not as comfortable. The low line, I did not like it at all. I felt like I was too slow there, middle corner and exit.
Oh yeah, and you're right. I mean, you have to pick and choose what line you need to go fast, and sometimes the high line is just the fastest way. You got to go there. You got to go there. It's just suck it up. I guess Buttercup is the best way to put it right now.
As we were talking, it got a little tricky there with lap traffic coming off pit road.
Yeah, it seems like, we were talking, it was like Genningsman, he was able to get off of the, traffic, did not go lap down there. I think the other one was Stewart. Now, Stewart's still out of this one, so he did not make it at all. Yeah, Alpin right there, unfortunately, coming off of pit road. You see Miller, who put it on pole here tonight. He got his work cut out for him. Grusmacher right there, too. And with Tucker back here. Now, almost said Michael Tucker's got to be Kent. Yeah, he's the Tucker. Paint job, we always do.
Yes.
They had a different name. Michael.
Joseph.
Okay.
I always thought it was Joseph Tucker.
Okay. I thought the Michael one was a little bit different. My bad. That's why it kind of threw me a little bit. I knew Tucker. We only had one Tucker. Nice little paint job, but he's going to have his work cut out for. And this is what I'm talking about right here is you kind of get back here. This is where I'm going to seem like and I'm going to go out on a limb here and go ahead and say it because unfortunately most tracks on iRacing is, they just, I don't know why. I guess most tracks in real life too. It's just very hard to get to the front of the field. You need some help, cautions or something like that, which hopefully we get a lot of green flag running here tonight if spread out. But if they do, guys like Tucker and them are going to find it hard to get to the front because it's not one of these tracks where you can just like zoom to the front and make waves.
No, it's not. Granted, Tucker's typically one of our fastest drivers. We always see him making moves and he's able to gain time. But it's going to be extremely difficult. He's got the leaders already breathing down his neck after serving that drive-through that he had to. So he's going to have it on his mind, either lay back, go past and just run your race, or push aggressively and maybe have to take a couple more pit stops.
Caution, yellow flag.
Well, we're under caution. What happened here? Jose Medina. Oh, man. The wall a little bit. Came down. What was that? He came down in front of us. 67. 24 got a little bit of it. 7. Who was that?
That's
Mitchell.
Kalen Mitchell.
Like he just got the wall a little bit. Bounced off of it, ricocheted, and boom. There you go.
And those marbles kind of grabbed him and drug him up. And you know who's loving this now is the guy we were just talking about, Tucker. He's no longer sitting right in front of the leaders. He's going to pull up to the back of the field.
Absolutely. So here we go. Yeah, Tucker. He's the first one outside. Well, he's the first one. He's not a lap down, but he's the last car on the lead lap. Let's say it that way. Going to be still back in about the 26th spot. Now, how the cautions will help him is obviously if he gains, a lot of spots, and here pit stops, stuff like that, trying to get through that. It's really hard to try to say, Wes, because I know this is going to sound bad when I say it. We really haven't had a race where you have to come through the field by means of pit strategy. And what I mean by that kind of is really Tucker could come up through the field, get a few spots, maybe 5-6 spots or so, a caution come out, then do it again, just keep doing it that way. And that's how we've seen guys come through the field, unfortunately. But we've not seen anybody kind of utilize speed right off the bat or utilize the pit strategy. And tonight, kind of got the feel that maybe that they're going to have to. And so with that said, if you're a Tucker or a Ginningsman for that matter, what now do you think about? You're like, okay, I got it a little bit different.
That's the thing, because both of them we've already talked about. That's hard to think about. We talked about their hard comings at the start of the race. Ginningsman just did not make grid.
Yeah.
So he started on the pit lane. Then Tucker had to serve that drive-through.
Yeah.
Two guys, Ginningsman, we know he'll slowly make his way up. That's how he tends to do it. He'll show up at the end of the race, and you're wondering where he came from. Tucker, he's up there from the get-go.
Right.
And tends to be running up front. We've seen it where he's dropped back, and then over the cautions, he'll pick people off on the restart and then be there at the end.
Oh.
Though, with how it looked right here for this first little bit of racing we had, everybody kind of single filed out, and there was, with the draft effect, everybody seemed to be running at the same time. It's going to be hard to really have that overspeed that's needed to make a clean pass.
Yeah, you're right, and that's what I was kind of getting at. So the first 11 laps here tonight of the 200, looked like they got spread out a little bit. So we'll have to see how well he's able to modulate here. He did go into the pits. He only just might have got 2 tires, was that second style pit stop. So he at least got cool. Definitely got the Tucker fans out there, got the Hammond fans out there. He's sitting around 6, but right now it's Holloman up front. Sumter along with him. We're getting set to go back green flag here tonight. Benson, Duncan, Cole Macheski, Hammond, top 6 right here. Base trucks man's going to duck off. Changed it up from the car to the truck tonight. Different here for Chicagoland. Mix it up a little bit there.
Green flag, green
flag, back racing. They'll get back side by side. Ooh, the inside lane spun a little bit there. Oh, it checked it up hard. And a big one.
Wrecking the front stretch.
Wow, and that was caused by a checkup. That was all. There was a checkup, and I think somebody spun their tires. We're going to ride here with Ibby. Yeah, you see it right there. Yeah, Ibby, nothing he could do. Got in the back end, and then from there, several cars involved. What kind of looks like car was involved. Him. Well, just a checkup inside, nothing they could do. Boom, right there, and it's just kind of accordion effect. Car involved. Westwood's here. Oh, Westwood. Oh, he goes down, hits the 40. Catches him,
that's
17
cool.
involved.
That's a tough plate.
Ain't nothing you can do in that right there. Back up.
And it looked like on the inside line, that's definitely where that started. And I couldn't tell whether the guys in second and third there on that inside line. They started and got into the back of Holloman, and he just spun his tires because they weren't connected to the ground.
Oh.
Or if he had spun it, and that's what caused them to get into his rear.
Yeah, it would look like the inside lane got checked up, then the other one's kind of just an accordion effect. I'll talk about that again. Road again? Is it a penalty?
Did he get involved in that?
Oh, that he did. You here? An awful long time on pit road. This is the danger about being in the back there too. Sometimes you get away with stuff. Sometimes you just nothing you can do, nowhere to go. First one, he sees it right there. Whoa, yeah, he bumped it. He got a little bump in the back. And
Yeah,
punched
he got
that
into
front
the back
nose.
of Genningsman.
See that nose punched in. Ah, okay. Nose ever so slightly punched in. Just back out now, but took 25 some odd seconds out. That's the risk you take from being in the back sometimes. Holloman, okay, we got some Holloman fans out there. All right. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's gonna have a good Thanksgiving. Let us know, man, if everybody's ready for, the turkey day. I like ham myself, but it's okay. Time of turkey's coming. Maybe if you're gonna watch the Macy's parade. You ever watch the Macy's parade there, Wes?
We'll watch it when it first comes on, but once football's on, that's all that's on the TV.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah. All right, Sumter, Duncan, Alleman, Hammond, Benson,
Pfluger.
I was thinking about it. Trying to think on it. Benson's falling back. One actually.
He's the one that got into the rear of Holloman there on the restart, the initial one.
I guess they're putting. Look, it's admin's call. I'm not getting involved in that, but looks like they're going to put the blame on him there. Although Holloman did check up at the start of that one. Admin's call, folks. We'll let it go with that. That's why I don't get into the rules stuff, Here we go. Sumter's still the man up front. A wild paint. Who's that wild paint job up there?
Yeah, it's a wild looking scheme, but I'll tell you what, they always look amazing.
That's kind of psychedelic. He was in the outside lane.
I think he saw what happened last restart and does not want that to happen to him.
Now, after a while, obviously maybe can miss gear or anything like that can happen on the car. And didn't look like Hammond might have spun the tires on that. Just didn't get going. Missed a shift, just check the field up and whatnot. So here we go. Back green, Sumter, Duncan, Hammond up front. Pace trucks ducking off. We'll send us back green here tonight, Chicagoland. Spartan Sim Racing League, green flag, and Sumter got a huge jump on the field there.
Everybody straight through the line at least.
Yeah, good start that time. Comes Duncan down on the inside. You got Hammond right along with him there with Holloman. They'll go side by side. Olmacheski's back here too with a good little battle. Pfluger there with him with Carr. Maines, Floor, Windsor. It's the top 10. Some guys, man, up on that wall already.
Just be careful. Don't get sucked into it. That's the only thing I'd be worried about.
Duncan going for the lead, though. He's on that inside. Sumter up to the top side. Look at the momentum run. He gets off the turn, though. Man, he got a shot out of a cannon there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And right back up to the top. He's running, I mean, maybe a foot or so off the wall, if not closer.
Yeah, running for his life right now. Duncan's right behind it. Hammond knows homing on to the third place spot. Now he is up 12 spots. Done made some move there with Holman. The biggest mover right now is Maine's 29 with Clore there with 25 behind him. So some of them guys have utilized those pit stops that some of the guys have made in the back, and also some of the strategy of getting up here with the caution. Meanwhile, Hammond's trying for the lead.
Gunther, though, I think he's going to keep running that top lane. His car just seems so nice up there. And he's getting the runs off, which is letting him just run away and outdrive everybody else down the straights to keep the lead. Hammond's, though, having a great run here.
Yeah, he is. He got a good pull right there on him. Going to take off to the lead. Duncan's got a full view mirror of this one up front. You see that battle. Hampton, Sumter. Sumter's high, Hammond's down low.
And Duncan can't exactly just focus on the guys in front of him. He's got Holland up his inside now.
Yeah, right here we'll ride with Maine's. Maine's he sees the battle with them guys, and then you see the pass for the lead up front. Now they kind of got a little settled out a little bit there in front of him, but yeah, Sumter falls to second. Hammond's there with it. Here comes Duncan on the inside. Oh, Sumter into the wall. That's the danger of being up top there, that wall. Stuck in. A magnet.
Yeah, it's really slick up there with the marbles. If you just got to be really confident in your car and just know how to just eat the throttle management a little bit up top is really going to be important as well, just to keep out of it to where you can keep turning down. We saw, I think right there, Holloman got into the wall off of 2 and bounced down for a second, lost it to Mains.
Yeah, and we'll ride here with Sumter, and a lot of what I'm saying is like, while you see right there, you just don't know how close you are. You can get just a little bit too close to it. Like what you said, combination of, being slick up there, and then the wall just kind of sucking up and biting you, before you know it. There, you just, I don't know, see, close he is, you just don't know, and then just, when you know it, boom, right there, you're on the wall. It's actually driving him back to third right now. Duncan's looking on the inside. Mains is coming up here too. Meanwhile, Hammond's up front. He's not out front as far as we'd think, but good battle so far here.
I want to tell you somebody that's slowly coming. Look at 8th place right now. Gettingsman's making his way up here.
He is. He was able to utilize some of those, utilize some of that pit strategy there. He's got up to 8th place. So we've talked in the past, and you've mentioned it before here. One of those guys that kind of just slowly but surely kind of creeps to the front. Gets there.
And then there's Tucker. He's sitting in 12th despite sitting on pit road for 25 seconds or so repairing that damage. So he's managed to drive his way back up front as well. And that's one thing that I like about intermediate tracks is that some people are just really good at running them, and just over the run, you'll see them slowly inch their way further and further towards the top.
Good little run so far, man. Sumter, this thing out front. Get everybody tuning in. It's a good night here tonight. Thanks for the week here for us. Got some Fast 5 racing here. Spartan Sim Racing League 2x2 here at Chicagoland Master Series. Got Mains, Holloman, Pfluger right there with them too. Another battle going on for second. Meanwhile, Sumter's out front in this one. Like low line, high line, but to get that low line a little slick.
Yeah, it's good for a couple laps there at the beginning of the run, but slowly just start working your way up. Your tires aren't going to be able to hold it, and you're going to start spinning.
That got the wall up there. I'm not sure who that was. Was that Hammond's? Oh. Hammond took the wall a little bit, and that allowed Holloman and Clore, another one, to get around him there. Good run here. Duncan's still trying to work over Sumter. A little further on back here in the field here, down about the 13th place spots. You got Windsor, Phillips, Donnellan. There along with it, Vincent. Remember, Vincent had to start and he had to fall back there, so he's been able to move back up to the 15th place spot. Boyles. Bryant is the one who had, starting the back here too. He's still back about 28th spot. Alpin back there too.
Yeah, I spoke with Brian Alphin before the race. He said that his plan for today, he was just going to ride in the back and survive. He's worried about penalty levels. He wants to continue racing, so he's like, I'm going to try my best to stay out of it today.
I don't blame him. Sometimes you got to do that. Coming in, worry about, man, the longevity of the race here. Gutzmacher right there, man, hanging on to 23rd. Charles Van Scoyd had a really good run last week. He's here in the 21st with Zozak. A couple of guys in the back here just running kind of, like you said, really kind of being careful. Meanwhile, up front, though, they're still side by sides. Hammonds, Holloman, Duncan and company. I mean, they're racing hard for the lead.
And Clore now, he's around Duncan. Duncan's slowly losing time there on the low side. So it's that middle to high line really taking advantage now. Clore's looking you right on the rear of Sumter. Peeking inside, going down the front stretch.
He's going to all the way that apron right there and see if he can get some run going into turn one here. Or Sumter going to better hold that top side. You're going to see the drive middle off. Seems like that top man is able to get the momentum if he can hold it. Right there. Going in. You see Clore. He'll be able to get a run. Who's that? Right 32 there. That's Holloman.
Amazing run there off of 2. Dove it into 3. Not quite clear Duncan, but Duncan's going to be stuck behind Sumter, who was in the wall off of 4.
All right, man, what a race so far up front. Duncan right there in fourth. He's watching the battle in front of him with Sumter and Holloman. Holloman's low. He's man up top there, Sumter. Right behind him, Duncan Hammonds. And right behind him, Fluger. I think we asked last week, is he a new guy?
It was. I think it was his first race.
Yeah. Right now, he's showing he knows how to race. Rookie. Played a rookie. Fluger. He's no fluke. How's that?
No fluke, and then he's got to be careful sitting 2 spots behind him, but it's a hot guy that's we know is fast.
Yeah,
Tucker's
Tucker.
coming in quick.
And Tucker, man, he wants to bounce back. He had a huge penalty a couple races ago, and then last race, he wants to get back on track. We know he's fast, know he's got speed. Right now, had to start in the back, been able to move up. He's got that stars and stripes, man, style, stars out, style paint job. We've talked about it. Really looks good out there. And right now, he's definitely got the car. It looks smooth. A little loose right there, though. Ooh, fighting it.
Ooh, careful off of 4.
Yeah, manhandling that thing. Right along with him here. Don't use a lot of brake here. You might touch it a little bit. It's almost like Michigan. You really kind of coasted into the turns a lot. I mean, you might use a little bit, but not going to be too much. Right there, that car's lawful. He is fighting that thing. Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really fighting there.
Yeah, that thing is like super loose. Here's where
That's what I don't like about the low line, at least on the longer end of run. I mean, we're sitting here about 20 or so laps into a run now. And
go ahead.
I was about to say, might want to start looking further up the track just to have that car stabilized, because the tires are not liking the low line with how old they are.
Yeah, and you're right there. And also, too, you understand the car's, starting to step out, be a little loose right there. Like you said, modulate up, migrate up to that high line. Also, look, you've made your way up to 7th. There's no reason to sit up here and push. And in yourself and then your way back there, maybe out of the race at the worst case, or put yourself way back in the back. Ride a little bit at this point. Those guys are probably racing really hard. Now, you know you got a fast car. Try to think about, all right, what kind of adjustments do I need to make? What kind of pit stops and strategies do I need to make? Because right now I put myself back in this position. And the worst thing he wants to do is kind of overdrive and get himself in trouble. I know he wants to get up there and lead. Sometimes I have to think about that big picture.
Yeah, think about the big picture indeed. It's a massive battle for second right in front of them. Don't overdrive yourself. These guys are all on top of each other. They might make a mistake. You just take advantage when they do.
Absolutely. Hammond's right there in 6. You get Carr. Holloman 2. Meanwhile, there's Clure out front. Hunter's there. They're going to split the lap car.
Clure's really slow.
Oh, that's Clure. My bad. Yeah, I think the lap car, he was just trying to kind of give him a little bit of a... That lap machine right down the bottom, I think it was kind of just like, I didn't want to risk it. Caught him at the wrong time.
And right there, Duncan caught him at a really bad area in the middle of the corner. He had to move up, get out of the gas.
And this is, sometimes as a leader, this is what you've got to do. You've got to be able to make those passes. And we just talked about Tucker right there. He's seeing those guys struggle, just ride. They might get a little bit of trouble, and he's able to make those passes on them. This is you're the leader. You've got to, in the 9 and the wall.
What on there, Jordan? Might have been probably the smartest move for him to make. Just put himself in the wall, take the damage, don't take out the leaders.
Hope it don't ricochet off the wall on him. Well, Hammond's right there. Holloman, Tucker, Duncan, Hunter, and Clure. Time racing up front here. Right
Big time
there.
racing it. They're all close and they're on top of each other, but not a lot of bumping. Everybody's being respectful and clean.
I get Genningsman still there in 9th man with Vincent. And Pfluger, he's still there in the 10th place spot. So Pfluger got a nice paint job. I like that black and white. Thing kind of flows, man, with the paint and all.
This is something I know we say we always would love to see, green flag pit stops.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, they can go about 50 laps on a tank of gas.
Okay, well,
we're sitting here 43.
and we've talked about it, and I know it's bad to say, we're like, what do you mean green flag stops? I mean, unfortunately, we've had some cautions in some races that have, been a lot of, pit stops have been. Yeah, it would be nice to kind of see, like, yeah, this lap machine will hold his own here. And that was a lap car.
Oh, that's the top 4.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, hang on to it. Who was that? Oh, Hammonds.
He saved it.
Wow.
What a save, but those tires are
cooked.
Angry.
Yeah. They're cooked. Trying to come in. That was a driving job right there.
That was a Kyle Busch-esque save.
Nice. Meanwhile, still up front, Duncan's going for the lead. He's on the bottom. Sumter up top. Clure coming on the inside there too. Looking. Tucker back there too. He's just biding his time. He's picked these guys off one by one.
Yeah, we said it was going to be a little bit difficult, but hey, he's shown us he can get it done. I think that Sumter just slightly leaned the wall off of 4.
Oh, you got back here too, man. Pfluger back up to 7th. Ginnings went along with him right there too. They were 3 wide for a moment. Maines is in that mix too. Vincent.
Holloman's right there.
Vincent, remember, he had to take that EOL. He's back up to 6. Oh. A fast car, man. That's something to look at. That car up there smacking the wall. I think that's going to be a normal tonight. We're going to see a lot of guys smacking the wall. Vincent's showing he's got a fast car tonight.
You just gotta be careful. He's gonna be, yeah, he's flying, but careful about overdriving it. You can run those 50 laps on fuel, but you might make your tires angry enough to where you can't run the fuel length with your set of tires.
Fighting right now, back here around 11th place. Maines, Phillips, Holloman there too. Windsor, Hammonds. Hammonds had that save a minute ago. He's still hanging on the 13th place spot. Now we're starting to see guys, man, who got a little bit better of a long run style car. Duncan out front here with Floor. And some guys coming through the field. Got these things set up to maybe be able to take a little bit of a longer run. We're on a pretty good long run right now.
And this is what a lot of the guys actually say. They have their car set up for longer runs. They want to see them as well. It just doesn't always happen.
It's going to go to nighttime here towards the end.
I've talked with a couple. They're always like, man, I want to have a long run.
Yeah, and that's, I'll blame them. I mean, hey, do what you can do. Now Tucker right behind Carr. Carr moves in front of him for the moment. Out front, man, Duncan, Floor, Stumper, back at third. They're all kind of single file. Inningsman's right there. A little further on back here. And Windsor right there too. He's going around Hammonds. Omacheski. Boyles. Pretty good run himself. And there's Miller. Unfortunately, he's one of the first ones to lap down. Omacheski right there. Boyles. Pretty good run, up 11 spots. Sanchez. Bozak. Sherlock. Through the field here right now, folks. Kind of settled down a little bit up front here. Duncan, he's got almost a second lead over Clore. Clore right there. Carr coming into the pitcher.
Sumter just behind him with Tucker right on his rear.
And this is what we talked about before the race here, remember, Wesley? We talked to, obviously races were very exciting on those restarts, but this is typical Chicago. Once you get a good long green flag going and the guys get, where they need, it kind of gets, settled down and kind of single file. You might start seeing passes like this right here. Maybe, guy just taking, one car at a time.
One car at a time, always good to run. And hey, guess what? Everybody settled down. There's action on the track, but it's not the chaotic action we've seen the last couple of races. It's still interesting, but it's not a stop and go like we've seen.
Yeah. Right now you can kind of just face a little moment. I know I've got a great car. See right there, man, Luger. That's a good one.
Yeah, he's got a really good long run car right now.
Oh, thing went sideways and he had to chase it. Oh, just
he
like
chased
that.
it, but he saved it. We're staying green.
Yeah, just like that, though. He lost a lot of time. Back to 11th. We're going to see. I mean, we're at 56. You said they could go, what, 50?
You can go about 50 to 55 laps on a tank of gas.
Had the caution.
Add in the caution laps, we're looking maybe around lap 60.
That's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm good at is we're gonna add in those caution laps. And you can start telling these tires are going away. Cars kind of getting a little bit, on the edge a little bit. Play spot here. Holloman's still in 7th. 8. What's hanging on a 9th. Good low line, high line racing. Well, I gotta ask. No, it's not part of the race tonight. How do y'all feel about the announcement of NASCAR for next season? Camaro. Yeah. It's a whole subject
Just go to
you could talk
Cadillac.
about. Yeah, and I feel, real quick, I feel the same. I really feel like kind of a slap in the face of NASCAR, being a stock car, and because you're bringing a car that's not even in production, which, as a Mustang fan, I really hate that too, because competition is a good thing to have. I mean, all that allows in real life is Ford to just jack the prices up on the Mustang because there's no competition. But anyways, I mean, yeah. So I know there's a little controversy out there on that deal in the real life NASCAR, but and the reason I say that is because even here on iRacing, the still the same cars out here too. Here. Right, came back on front of this. Clean so far. Seeing here in Kolmacheski, the first one to come on pit road is, well, looks like even if this thing snaps loose here tonight, something we have not seen all season long, is they're able to at least save it.
Yeah, and it's really good with saving it as well. Whenever I had my snaps, I would just kind of let out just a slight ease of turning the other way. And then straighten up, don't hammer on the gas, but just slowly bring yourself back into it. It just kind of leveled itself out. So these snaps here tonight are a little bit easier to save than what I think they might have experienced in past races.
Yeah, I'm with you. It stops here.
Oh.
Duncan, Sumter, Hammonds. Tires fuel.
Cars in now.
Benson. Lemons on pit road. So Tucker out here. Remember, Tucker did pit on lap 13, so he could go a little bit longer than you guys. Probably I wouldn't see him in until at least another 5 laps.
I'd say give him another 13.
Yeah, that's why I said 5 at the least. But Humane's coming in. Phillips was another one that pitted on lap 9. A lot of these guys here now that stand out. Donnellan, he pitted on lap 9. Genningsman pitted on lap 9. Now Donnellan and Genningsman, they pitted on lap 9, but they only had 6-second stops. So that tells me they put it only. So they're still on the regular tires. It could see them in here at any time. Just get the tires. Windsor hasn't pitted yet. Sanchez pitted on lap 9, but again, 8-second stop. Watch everybody out there has like smaller style stops. The only two is Tucker and Phillip. Phillip, like he had damage or something, a 47-second pit stop. But
And Tucker, we saw he had that nose damage from running into the rear of Genningsman.
They're able to get tires on those stops too. Kind of get a little. That gives them a little advantage here to maybe stay out and see what happens. Now he's out front. Back here around the cars. Back here around the 8th place spot. Mitchell, Windsor, and Gerlach on pit road. First one who made a pit stop here is Kluwer. 5. 30-some seconds. And right behind him is another one that pitted on lap 62 would be Duncan. From there it was 60. Which everybody else came in behind him. Carr, Maines, Hammonds, Benson, Sumter. Holloman. And the one thing I will say, and you know, again, it's kind of cool to see on this one here, green flag stops will split this field up a lot. So we're going to see these guys right here getting kind of spread out now by these pit stops.
Just a little bit of spread. You still see kind of the battles that was happening before green flag stops started. Granted, not all of them all came in on the same lap, so
right.
One person might have fresher tires than these two. This person has like the middle of the three if it's three different people's fight over three and then hit at 3 different laps. So it's going to break up the field even more because you've got fresher tires, about medium, then older tires. And then look at that, Tucker overtaken by Phillips. Phillips now leading out. And then he goes right back.
Guys, man, at each other. One's low, one's high. Careful, don't want to give up too much here. I don't want to get yourself in trouble either. Come on, pit road.
Don't let Tucker just run it by himself.
Remember, he pitted on lap 9. Now, impressive here, Darlington and Ginningsman. You know, they pitted on lap 9, but they did not take tires. 6 second stop. They're running on some pretty older tires.
They might be begging for tires right now.
Yeah. Just to give you an idea, you know, Tucker and them, they ran 30.65.
The yellow flag is out.
And wow, this is what they wanted to see. Man. Wow, this is what Tucker wanted to see.
People a lap down.
It will. This is what I was about to say. We'll gather up through there. Tucker definitely wanted to see that one. Wow. He ever wanted to see a caution now was. Well, let's happen to over here. Just by himself. Did he get in the wall or just lose it? Yeah, he had just pitted. Lost it.
Goes right underneath him.
So, breakdown. You're right. 7 drivers on the lead lap. The first one a lap down's Duncan. He will get the lucky dog, Gardner and company. But it put guys like Hammond, Phillip, Vincent, Kolmacheski, Jorgensen, just to name a few, a lap down. So they'll have to do wave around if everybody came in. Okay, all the leaders came in. Tucker's extremely happy. Well, I hope he's happy. Came from the back to the front.
Came from the back to the front over.
Just got an ultimate caution here. You couldn't ask for fun. Hey Wes, you couldn't ask for a better race so far. You went to the back, you got to the front, you got caught up a little bit, had to get some damage. Now you got back to the front lead and got the caution, and at half, you're gonna have half the field on some older tires than you are. Let's say it that way.
Yeah, that's the perfect case scenario for him, and I'm not gonna say him starting at the back kind of was what led to this, but it did. He took a chance pitting under that first caution, and then had to go fix damage, which not exactly the thing you want to do. But hey, allowed him to run just a little bit longer than everybody else that already pitted, and during said green flag pit stop, it came out while he was one of 7 guys on the lead lap. Right.
Just to let everybody know, if you're going to do the wave around, you can't pit. So that's kind of the off bad side of if you take the wave around. If you get the lucky dog, you could pit, but if you do a wave around, you can. Unfortunately, you're on what you've got. So that's what I'm saying. So a lot of these guys, the top 5 pitted here, got 4 tires. Then you've got Duncan sits back there in 6th place spot, which he was the first one actually was got the lucky dog. But he's back here on lap 62. So there's about 10 lap difference in tires. Let's see if that's huge. Let's see if it makes a huge difference.
Well, typically when you talk about the tires, you also got to add in the fact of dirty air, and that's older tires in front of new tires.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite. The new tires are in front of the old tires.
Yeah.
So not only are their tires older, they got to deal with the dirty air from.
Duncan's hoping that they get up here, man, and race hard, side by side. You know, maybe clang and bang a little bit. Get that thing settled real quick there, but here we go. Pace cars in. Green flag. Tucker gets to the jump out front with the field. Genningsman's there. Donnellan. Charles Van Scoit. He had a good run, man, last week. Zach car. Everybody gets single file, though. It's not what Duncan wants to see, them getting single file real quick.
No, he wanted them to fight for a long time just to give them that small opportunity.
That's going to happen now is them guys are going to single file. They just walk away, like you said. Saying the guy, you see Duncan right now, trying to modulate around. He's got a car in front of him. Phillips there along with him. Car, Phillips, Maines, Zach battle for the lead up here. Look at Genningsman. He's charging. Reaper machine.
And call him the Reaper because he just straight up took the life away from Tucker. Now he's in the lead. Tucker's looking a little under threat from Donnellan as well.
Cautions breed cautions. Oh no, Fluger had a great run going tonight. Involved in, actually that was Sumter that got there, and Fluger, nothing he can do. That was
JP Jones comes in at the end as well and adds more to it.
See what happened to Sumter. Actually, it was Sumter that kind of got loose or something, and then Fluger just nowhere to go. Fluger, you can see him right there behind him. Miller right there on the bottom. What a bump it looked like, and that car just kind of wheel hopped. What it looked like.
Yeah, it hit a bump and the car got unsettled underneath him. He tried to save it, ended up in the wall, and Fluger nowhere to go.
Watch
that was extremely weird.
Yeah, watch again, folks. We've not seen really much bumps here up top, but that thing wheel hopped. Another shot. That turn right there. See it right there? It just jumps like a wheel hop or something. Really weird. Not all night long. Been pretty smooth throughout this. Fortunately, Fluger, wrong place, wrong time. He paid the price for that one. I'm gonna keep it high. Coming on pit right. Yeah, he's. I don't know if that would cook his tires or not. Bit of slide. I mean, he might come in and say, "Look, you know, and score pit road, pit road." Got fuel. What?
He might be seeing what happened with Tucker.
Yeah, but I mean that's with Tucker and them. Now you're marred way back here in 13th. Oh, unless he's planning this thing to go a long green flag run and maybe one stop. They can go 50 laps. Oh, right.
You might be banking on what happened with Tucker on that first long green, where Tucker had a little bit more gas than everybody else and was able to stay out and get the lead with a lot of people stuck a lap down. He might be banking on that happening again.
Well, an exciting one so far. Said before, man, sometimes, you know, cautions do breed cautions, but for the most part, it's been a good race.
Been a really good race. We saw a nice long green flag run, which led to green flag stops, and we just talked about it. Got a lot of guys stuck a lot down before they took the wave around, which created a huge tire offset.
Did.
We've seen good fighting. You've got 3 different lanes. You've got the top, the middle, the bottom, all being used up, and then good momentum off the top. Middle line's about even. Going down low, that gives you great entry, but then you bite then on exit, you do kind of just lose a little bit of ground. So it's honestly Chicagoland giving us a great race here tonight.
Absolutely it is. Here we go. Set to go back green. Ginningsman, Tucker up front. Zozak along with him with Donnellan. Got Phillips there too. Lights off on the pace truck. Gonna duck off on pit road. In this back green here. Into the lights tonight. Spartan Master
Green,
Series.
green, green.
Green flag. We're back racing. Good jump by the field. Start. Good clean start. That right there, is that 37? Zozak, remember earlier? It was sideways.
Yeah. Well, you can get sideways, you straighten out, and guess what? You're back to the front.
Mm-hmm. Haynes making waves here in the middle. Who's that? That is actually Vincent. Vincent's been to the back and the front a couple times. Bad fast hot rod. Boy, he's trying to make up some ground here. Utilize those newer set of tires that he had earlier. They're in the 9th place spot. Good field. Oh, car to wall hard. That's the 12.
Caution, yellow
No
flag.
caution? Oh, there it is.
So Donnellan and ooh,
Oh, careful coming through track like that.
yeah, that. Oh boy, could have been his. Some people. Let's see what happened to him because he was up front. Nose off a little bit there. I don't know who he did there in the front. But meanwhile,
Simmons.
contact or lose it. He just lost it.
He
Hard
lost
to walk.
and Hammond dripped up ever so slightly.
First time I think I've ever seen a hood come up on one of these cars.
He as well. I didn't know. Ooh. And then right there,
Yeah, that was dangerous.
Al's been barely dodging that.
Right on board with him. Started to come around a little bit and then right in the wall and they can't see nothing. It's going to there's a hood up. So he didn't turn the wheel, so I'm not sure. Oh. Wow, hard lick. Kind of what we've seen all season. Help me, too.
And it's weird. It seemed like it sounded like he hit a bump there in 3 or 4 like we saw with Sumter.
We didn't see that earlier. Now we're all of a sudden seeing a bump. I might put a speed bump out.
During one of the cautions, they just went out and made a quick pave over.
Fooled us a little bit. Yeah, this race, man's getting too unorthodox. We need to make it exciting. Drivers are like, nah, we don't need all that. We done had too much of an exciting season so far. Hope everybody's out there enjoying it here. Like I said, I've said a couple times this week, given the week here, coming this Thursday, man. I hope everybody's going to have friends and family around, celebrate there the Thanksgiving, a little bit of turkey or going to have, and good day, but we've got a good race here tonight. Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series and the Cup cars. Henningsman up front. Remember, even though it says he's up 5 spots, he had to start in the back. Actually started on pit road.
Started on pit road.
Yeah. On to move back up the front and Tucker right there low.
I agree with you. Even though it says he only been up 5 spots, I think he's got the biggest mover.
Yeah, him and Tucker. Absolutely. I mean, but you do have some guys that truly, like Phillips and Boyles right there up, about 22. Main's right behind them up 28. So there's some heavy movers there too. Guys are going to see if they can't move through this field as we're getting set to go back green. Henningsman and Tucker up front. Halfway home in this one. Still say Guinnessman sounds like that beer.
Guinness.
Yep.
Yep.
Still sounds like it. Reminds me of it every time I say his name. Guinnessman. It's all pace truck. Here we go. There's the lights here at Chicago. Pace truck takes a hard left turn off on pit road. Henningsman there with Tucker.
Green,
hard
green,
back
green.
on the hammers. We go back green here tonight. Good start for the field.
Yeah, it wasn't a great jump by Genningsman. He's several car lengths clear. Hammond's there sneaking up into second. Carr looking at the inside of Tucker for third.
It's got a good hot rod there too. Comes filing back. Remember he had that save earlier on. You got Tucker right behind him with Carr. Boyles, Phillips there too. Mains. Here comes Vincent to the outside. He had to go to the back side though, man. But he's got that thing, man, rolling on all 8 cylinders.
You just see everybody lined up there on the inside. Guess what? Single car upside, and he made up a ton of time there.
That is taking a high line, seeing if he can't bring that hot rod to the front. Now he's going to press the back end, goes to the inside of Phillips, down to the inside here, going to the turn. Will it hold for him? That's going to be the question. He's going to be able to make that pass. For the moment, he's got it. Let's set his sights on Boyles here next. That man is on the move. And he's doing it on an older set of tires. He pitted at lap 63. Everybody else up front 72 and whatnot. Kind of just faded out a little bit. Quick back here in the 9th place. You got Mains right along with him. Zozak. Everybody's gotten single file and touching the wall just all night long. That's been a theme here at Chicago. Ooh, man. Small sliver move right there on Phillips. Racing. Keep moving up to 8. Hey, side by side though.
Almost 3 wide on the exit of 2 there.
That's scary.
And Chicagoland, you've got that multiple lines. It's a little bit the racing line. You can be 2 wide on exit. 3 wide might just be eking it out. It's pretty wide corner exit. You can fit a lot of cars there. You don't always naturally wash up as much as you might think.
Oh,
whoa!
Mains
There goes
snapped
Mains.
it loose. That thing, and he saved it. What? Wow.
I think he might have used another car for steering assist there.
Ooh.
I'm not sure.
What happened here? a little bit of it, but car just boom went around.
He was having a nice battle as well.
It just looped. Oh, he saved it. Wow.
I want to know, did he get any contact with Fluger or Zolak?
It didn't look like it. If it was very slight. It was very slight on the side. Like he was almost, luckily it looked like he was getting straight by the time he got to his door there. So that was, I'm like, okay, good. Yeah, look at Fluger back up here. Remember he, spun back there earlier. Guy's been on the bounce back from a disaster. You've seen some good saves tonight.
You've seen some good saves and then some really dangerous maneuvers, I want to say.
Miller right now and starting to back up to 13th right now. I see if he can't move through this field. Zozak's right there in front of him. Windsor behind him. Meanwhile, Tucker's Miller to take the lead back from Ginningsman. Hammond's working over Ginningsman there for the second place spot. So it looks like, and what I'm seeing, it looks like Tucker's got a little better long run style setup here tonight.
It does seem it.
Anticipating that.
And everybody, whenever they run practices, they do have those long run sessions because it's not the whole field on top of each other. It's a couple of guys picked out, whether it's your teammates or just some good buddies you have. So you practice under long green flag runs and build your car for it. Hammond's around Ginningsman.
Hammond's making waves, trying to get to the front there. Pulls back to third. Carr hanging on strong there in the fourth place spot. Benson too. Benson's another one who is just kind of an up and down night. Started in that back. Come back to the field. Had pretty good right there in fifth place. Old saying, cream rises to the top.
Oh, does he get squirrely?
And down the track. Putting Marin back here in traffic with Holloman, Van Scoit, Omacheski. Y'all feeling about the race out there, folks? Liking it so far? Favorite driver doing what he needs to do? I know the Hammond fans out there are happy.
Whoa,
The Tucker fans.
tight on exit there off of 2.
Who was that?
That was Squeak, and I think it's Boyles. They put Ginningsman 3 wide in the middle. No, it wasn't Boyles. It was Kolmacheski. Squeak was low, Ginningsman was in the middle, and Kolmacheski was up high.
Also the GOAT machine, man, putting it down there. Kolmacheski, he's up high. Woo. Ginningsman said, you know what, I'm going to back out of that idea.
Yeah, it looked like his car was set for a little bit of a shorter to a medium length run. Not quite got the long run speed that he needs, quite like Tucker has.
A little on for the Baines. He's hanging on back here in the 17th place spot with Mitchell. Sumter, who had been up front for most of the race, caught up there earlier on. Back in 19th, going to make his way back to the front. Time to get up there along with Clore. There was another one up there. Portion for Clore's the first one a lap down. Praying for it. We're halfway home in this one. Solid one here to start the race. So is Tucker still happy? Out front leading.
I'd consider him to be pretty happy right now.
Got a good car, looks pretty stable. Out front. Set of tires, Hammond's right there behind him, the car. But it's just kind of finding their P's and Q's out here. Right there along with him. He's 25 spots there in 6th. Luger kind of opened that race here. Oh, he's quiet now. Oh, okay. I got it.
Maybe just focusing a little bit.
Concentration mode right now. Doing what he's doing. We'll have a good night here before it's over with. Cole Macheski there, 10th place spot. Henningsman right behind him, right there along with him. And you see Bozak pulling up into that picture. Miller, Carr, and that's your 10th place spot. That run off the turn, high side gets.
This gives you what's essentially a rocket ship down that straight. You're gonna close up, and you got to be real careful with that closing speed as well. What doesn't help, being in the wall off corner exit.
Yeah, that'll kill all that momentum real quick. Bring Henningsman right back up to him. Miller right now, kind of quiet, but trying to move through the field. 13th. Yeah, except for a few little spins here tonight, Carling's pretty stable here in Chicago. Something we haven't really seen all season.
Not something we've seen all season, but it's great to see.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Got some good long runs going.
Yeah. The drivers, out there probably like a little bit of a long green flag run going along here. Got a battle going on right here about 14th, 15th place spot. That's Carr, Enzer, Sanchez and company. Home Depot car right there.
Just a little bit.
All right, we'll Tucker out front in this one under the lights tonight, Chicagoland here for the Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. Second place here with Hammonds and Carr. Can you get him?
Had advantage into the corner, maybe about mid-corner, though. It switched. Hammond's great drive off.
Back down inside.
To get that move made on the inside, you have to be almost equal going into the turn. Maybe have a little bit of a nose overlap over the guy on the outside.
You can see that run off the turn. So much momentum Hammonds has. Folks, been a solid one. It looks like they might be chasing down Tucker just a little bit, but folks, gonna step away, take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. It's a good one here in Chicagoland. Go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I want to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words, passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community, are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And and even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, it makes everything a lot better.
We're back, folks, here, and there's a steel man up here rumbling up front. Racing hard. Tucker still leading this thing. Carr and Hammonds have been going at it for each other here for the last couple laps. Watching that battle there, you didn't miss it. Now Carr has it. Hammonds is now it's becoming Boyles and Hammonds. He finally got around.
And even with all that battling, Tucker wasn't able to get too far out ahead. He's still only sent about 0.7 of a second in front of Carr in second.
Listen. Carr might trying to chase him down a little bit. Happen. There's only 100's difference. Top 2. Top 3 actually running almost. Carr still the man out front.
Well, not Carr, but Tucker.
Excuse me, Tucker the man out front. Carr's trying to be the man out front. Boyles, though, run by Boyles tonight. Look at her.
Out 2 spots behind Boyles. Phillips there, up 26. Some great runs by guys coming back up through the field.
Woman's right behind him. Trying to see if we can't make up headway here. He's up to 6. You don't know how you saved your car. Driving skill. Alleman's been able to move back up here in the 6th place spot. Luger still hanging the 7th.
First guy down into pit road. I was about to say, we're getting close on another round of green flag pit stops. Who's going to be the first to take it? Well, that answers the question.
No, Tucker pitted on 72, Carr pitted on 63, and Boyles is 64. They were the ones that pitted the earliest. That'll put the 40 at 103. Well over 50 right now.
Over 50, they're into the 60s.
Yeah.
The one with the most recent stop, Bowman sitting 6th right now. He went down on lap 84.
Did. Right now, Tucker's still the man out front. Boyle's there in 2nd. Kind of. Or he's on pit road. Yeah. Probably gonna see Boyles coming in here next. Pitted right there on lap 64.
Then Maines, he's probably going to be going in soon as well. He was on 64 last time.
Yep, Devin Maines.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened to you there, Dylan.
And,
then I looked on it and looked through the streaks and understood.
I hear you. Hey, I don't blame you. Sometimes, man, take the win, one way or another. Luger's one of the ones that was early on coming on. Now you've got Boyles coming in. Be interesting to see when Tucker and them takes their pit stop. Van Scoit might, while he came in that pit, he might. I don't know if it benefits him to stay out any longer, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, maybe catch a caution up in the Tucker.
That's what he was probably banking on, and then though right behind him, Holloman and Greg Carr, both in on 84. They might be able to just stretch it just a tiny bit further.
Tucker right now, pit lap 72. Whew, good one so far. Talking about pit strategy. Guys, last couple weeks, unfortunately, have been having to deal with, strategy around with cautions, right? Working around with the green flag run. A little bit different for them. Liking them out some.
Yeah, and that's one thing I always want to know is like, hey, did they have a strategy coming in? And some guys eventually start saying, hey, I don't have a strategy. We're just going to roll with what the cautions give us. Well, if you thought that way for this race, you might be a little bit confused.
And coming from Tucker's standpoint, I don't really feel like he thought that way, but he does look like he's got a better long run car. I think his mindset was, I'm starting in the back. Anyways, it's going to be a long haul for me to get to the front. No need to tear my car up and whatnot. Try to get through the field. If the cautions fall, they fall. I'll worry about it then. So I kind of feel on his end. But I'm like you, what you just said. I don't know if anybody else ever come up here and said, Just unfortunately, by going off some of the other races, thinking that this thing would go, straight out green. Hey, awesome to see. I know these guys, man, definitely got it. Car's been a tough handful here this season so far. Tonight, been able to do it. And Phillips is kind of gaining on Tucker a little bit.
I'm not quite sure what's happened, but Hamilton's been on pit road now for 2.5 minutes.
He's got damage.
Ooh, car's really beat up. Oh, Tucker and Phillips finally in.
Pit road right there. That car is. Oh.
Into the wall off of 4 and then just apron all the way.
Didn't flash up anything. He went off the track or anything. Ooh.
Ooh, just snapped on him hard.
A lot of wheel damage. Never said he went off track. Quick, but ow. That's why he's on pit road. Him and his night's probably done. We can get that thing back going. Like you said, Tucker and them on pit road, getting their pit stops. Van
And they're
Squick
off.
there.
Zodiac's now on pit road. Van Squick, he takes the lead.
Car pit at lap 84. That won't come in for a while. He might
And
be
I think,
close to one stop.
oh, it's going to be real tight.
.34, he's in the 50s right now. We've seen the other ones do 60 laps. Goes 44, that's 60 laps. And that puts him within 55 laps to the end. Yeah, I think Carr can go one more stop.
He can go one more stop, but he's got to hope for maybe a caution for green, white, checkered clearance. And I'm not saying it's going to go to green, white, checkered, or if we're trying to tell it it's going to go to green, white, checkered. I'm just saying, if you are going to be tight on fuel,
Well, he's
I
gonna
want
have
to make
50
sure I'm covered for the case of a green, white, checkered.
If he pits at lap 144, what I'm saying is if he pits at lap 144, he only has to go 55 laps, which is the window for fuel.
Yes.
So that means he's good, as long as there is no green.
Yep.
Okay. Then mix it up a little bit. Him and actually Holloman. Holloman pitted on lap 84 also.
And Miller.
Miller. Obviously, caution, man, could definitely throw all that out the window. We're finally sitting there talking about whether or not this thing goes green flag like it's here. And I think those three at this point would probably want it to go green now because they are sitting very pretty pit stop wise.
As we're talking, Van Scoik, he's in.
I'm
I agree with you. I think Carr, Holloman, and Miller are probably sitting the prettiest out of all our drivers.
Yeah, they probably want this thing to stay green. Because, I mean, here would be the scenario. Boyles right now is a lap down, who was obviously the first one who pitted. 31 seconds back. he's not catching far. If this was the last pit cycle and there was 50 laps to go and it stayed green the entire time, now he would need seconds.
Yeah, and as we say that, Hallman, he's already in pit road. Here comes a great car into pit road. That's going to leave Miller out on track right now.
They came in at 45, so that's going to put them with a 55. They went 60 laps that time. Now this puts them well in the window. Wow. Something to look out here at the end. See. I mean, we talk 60, but, you know, Boyles would have to go 70 laps. Caution, I think he could. Obviously, if the caution comes out, though, I think he's going into the pit. Going to stay out, but I don't realistically think he could go 70 laps. You have to really save some fuel.
That's going to be massive saving. You're going to need to be behind somebody in a little bit of draft to help with that.
Have such a big lead, and he's only got a 1.5 second lead where he could, like, you know, save a lot of fuel.
And Miller's finally into pit.
Miller's on pit road. Your car, pins are there. Out on board now. They're not going to save. There's no way to save that much. 23. All right, we got some Boyles fans out there. Okay. I mean, I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to say that the top guys are probably hoping a caution flies because it will mess up the strategy of those guys in the back.
Yeah.
Boyles and all them back there, or, you know, excuse me, the ones that just came on pit road, they're wanting this thing to go green. Out of that. Whew. Interesting. Wild scenarios. Luger, good up and down run tonight too. Sitting there in the 8th place spot. Far right behind him.
Yeah, and throughout that whole pit cycle, you talked about how it jumbles up the field and spreads them out a little bit. Tucker, before it started, he was sitting pretty in first. He's now at 4th.
Yeah. And that's just how green flag stops work. I mean, it will just split the field up. And, you know, just look, he pitted a lap 136 to 130 on Boyles, even 116 to Vincent. Vincent's got a 2.5 second. But the difference in speed is only 2.5 tenths. That tells me right there that tires are not, track position's more crucial here than the tires. I mean, obviously tires are always going to be a little faster, but he needs half seconds to second. That's where I say they make.
Yes, and where that half second to a second time comes in, when you short pit somebody, you pit before them, you have new tires, they have old.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking old, it's going to have to be at least 20, 25 lap old. And we're only talking right now, Tucker 36 to 16, still. I mean, just said 20 laps. That is 20 laps, and it's not. It's only a 10th difference between the two. So, man, you might need about 40 lap difference tires here to make a huge difference.
It needs to be end of the run versus brand new tires. Essentially, it's where that's going to be made up.
Yeah, now I just had to backtrack a little bit there and look at when they pitted and stuff. So, hey, Dad's watching. 23. Well, what's up, Dad, out there? It's good to see. Family members out there watching. Yeah, Boyles right now. The only issue that Boyles right now is running into, or will run into, is he pitted at lap 130. He will have to come into pit. And normally I would say, will he come in and just, you know, fuel and go? Probably not, because he's going to need tires to run it that far. We've been talking about it here because that's going to put, like, you know, Bryant Miller back here, who pitted at 145. Sanchez had pitted at 140, and Holloman, who pitted at 143, where they could go the entire distance. And then you got Carr, who pitted at 144. He's the first one. He could go the distance. So, yeah, that's the only issue that Boyles runs into right now, is the fact that he's going to have to make that pit stop. And we're talking about the difference in tires. Now, Carr, well, he's only 2.5 tenths faster. Okay. And see, and that's only about a 14 lap difference between tires. And Carr can make it all the way. Or Greg Carr, that is. Actually, Alex Carr. Asked before. Those two related?
I never got clarification on it.
Yeah. Alex a little bit quicker there than Boyles, and Boyles is, though, if he is trying to save or not.
He's definitely slower than Carr and on fresher tires. He might be trying to save, hoping he might be thinking about just a gas and go. You said he's probably going to want tires, but he might be thinking differently with how much he's given up time-wise.
Well, let's look at that scenario for a second. Carr is only 11 seconds back and is running about 2 tenths quicker. Maybe 1.5.
The yellow flag is out.
Never mind.
Caution's out.
And never mind for everything that we just talked about for the last 10 minutes.
Everybody on pit road now.
On pit road is a no-go. This is the best case scenario that Boyles needed. Carr did not want to see this, and it would have been good, I think, if it wouldn't have been for the 37 coming in late. I think he had it saved.
I don't think that was Bozyak. I don't think he was expecting the 29 of Sanchez to come down that much.
Yeah, I mean, not the other car's fault. I mean, but yeah, I think Sanchez would have had this thing saved, I think. Watch it one more time. I think he would have had it saved right there, just late coming in. Well, this does mix it up, and I'd be surprised if Boyles does not come on pit road, or nobody comes on pit road, because this is the caution that they need. You're not guaranteed another one.
Even if your Carr, Holloman, Miller, all those that came in later,
here we go.
They'll come in.
I'm sorry, man. I was fixing to say, but if they weren't coming in this time, way this race has been going, yeah. Okay. Speed off pit road here. Alex Carr. Gonna talk about this a lot, Wes. As I talk about, in real life, they talk about the pit stop, how fast the pit stop is. Tucker had a 14:42 pit stop. Well faster than any one of them. So that's what got him out front. But the battle here with Carr we just saw, and Boyles, both of those, Carr had a 15:08 to Boyles 15:05. Here's where the difference is, and it's a number that they don't talk about a lot, and I wish they did in real life, is the total pit time, which is the time it takes you to get on pit road, do your pit stop, and get off of pit road. And that's where Carr got him at a 42.70 to 43.27 by Boyles. Now, obviously, Tucker had a 41.63 along with a great pit stop that he had. That got him essentially out front in front of those guys. But that's how Carr got there in front of Boyles. Now it's a race. I mean, you got to go. It's anybody's ball game up front.
Telling you what, these final 4 laps, they're going to be interesting. We've seen the hard racing that we've seen all season long. We've also seen these guys, they've strung it out, been smart with when they choose about making that move.
All right, here we go. Line them up 2 by 2. Lights off the race truck. Tucker was able to get up front. He has been bad fast all night long. Cars there with him with Boyles. Did Vincent have anything for him to do with Phillips, Komacheski, Boyd, Carr, Holman, and Miller? All top 10. Much right now, got anything go, but see, a little bit of time left. Pace truck's in. And green flag.
Green.
Racing. Start by Boyles. Few laps to get the temperatures up in the tires, so you don't want to push them too hard.
If you don't single file here, never mind. Vince is going to look right down the inside.
Hey, man, I'm going to come right back on the inside. Take that spot away. Vincent said, I got to go. He started from the back, come to the front. So did Tucker. Oh, Macheski's back here, too. Here it comes, man. A big race going on back here. Holloman back into it, too, with Miller there. I mean, Miller Carr had, he was on pole tonight, remember? And then he had to start in the back. Work his way up to the front.
Right behind him, here's Genningsman. He qualified up towards the top and then didn't make the grid. Had to start off pit road.
Oh. Wild one going on right now. Boyle's still trying to do everything he can. But Vincent is the man on the move. Remember earlier in the race we saw Vincent. He was a good rocket ship. Go here. Tucker is leaving. Van Scoit in a battle here with Carr, Holloman. This is a huge battle around 9th place spot. Genningsman's there too.
Miller's along with them.
Tight racing. A good solid one here tonight at Chicago. Oh, hit the wall.
Whoa, Holman into the wall.
That's a good save. Oh, woke everybody else up beside of him.
Whoa, little wiggle there from the 79.
No, but he still drives that thing back hard to the outside.
Hey, don't give up. You made the mistake. Don't make it again, but stay aggressive.
But I ain't scared. Miller right there with him, too. This is a solid battle. 10th place spot. Holloman, Scoit, Genningsman, Carr along with him, too. And meanwhile, Tucker's out front with Vincent and second with Carr. Komacheski, Boyles is falling back to 5th. Either way, Boyles has still had a heck of a night. Up 22 spots there in 5th, with Phillips right along with him behind him in 6th. Genningsman been trying to take this spot away from Van Scoit.
Yeah, I don't think you can call Boyles' run anything less than amazing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those top, the top 6, man, amazing there. Like I say, Tucker's had to come from the back. Vincent's had to come from the back. Carr's up 16 spots. Komacheski's the only one that's up 6, right there sitting in 4th. And a lot of those guys have just had to come through the field. Oh, for second. This is what Tucker wants to see right here. Battle it out, boys. Tear the tires up.
pair them up, fight each other, let me run away.
And the closest...
And we've seen it as well, Tucker.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, we've seen it as well. Tucker also has a great long run car, so the more he can get out ahead early on, it's just going to keep extending and extending.
I was about to say, we talk about the Fast Five. We're here tonight. That's a Fast Five race. We didn't really talk much because some of them have had some trouble, but Greg Carr is the only one I see right now that is sitting in the top 10.
Yeah, and then the second one is right outside the top 10. That's Van Spleek.
Yeah. So, wow. A lot of shake up right there. See there, man. Holloman still making headway on that top side. Will's now got a battle. Trying to take fourth place away on Macheski. He does. Vincent and Carr get split up a little bit here. Let's see if they can run down Tucker. He got a second lead on him.
Not a second lead, but Vincent, we mentioned he's got a rocket ship at points. If he was going to catch him, but is he going to be able to catch him, stick with him, and then possibly pass him?
That's the big question. The mark right here tonight. We'll have to see. Boom, hard the wall car was. We've seen that all night long. Guys just ricocheting off the wall. Been a pound fest up there for that wall tonight.
The wall might just be a little bit flatter than when it started.
Yeah. And awful close to feelings with a lot of the cars. Well, you got Phillips, Macheski right there along with them. Guys battling it out. Tucker up front. And Nicotera, the first car lap down in 18th. Fortunately, Hammond's still on pit road, man. His night was done early. Something lap down, way back in the back, was up front earlier on. Floor, who we were talking before, had the strategy along with Carr. They had that pit strategy down pat. They're marred back here in 7th. Did not want to see that caution. Close here at about 25 to go. Now, Boys has got a pretty good long run car. Move on the inside right now. Close he gets to that wall. It's good. Try to go across the line next time. Woo! No, can Tucker hang on to it?
It's really tough, and right now he's not the fastest one on the track. The fastest one on the track last time around that was Van Spleek. He had Tucker by about 0.03 of a second, which ain't much, but still a little bit. Meanwhile, top 5 at least, it's Boyles that's the closest to him.
Yeah, unfortunately for Van Spleek, he's just way marred back in traffic. Now Boyles right now is running. That time, man, Boyles was able to pick some speed up. He is able to utilize the draft a little bit there from Vincent. We'll play a little factor here, but I don't know. Boyles is the only one that's able to keep pace right now with Tucker on that long green flag run, but getting around Vincent's going to be the problem. Boyles needs to do it quick. Can't afford to sit here and battle. He wants to have a shot to run down Tucker.
There he is, looking up the inside, but again, Vincent run off the top side. What we've seen all night, it's hard to get the pass made on the bottom.
Oh. Boyles is going to he's going to have to shoot this thing down the bottom. You see Carr coming in the picture. Trying to let the car drift up as much as he can. Like I said, can't go too far because, you know, on the outside there, Vincent is. Slow his momentum down in the turn. Have it this time, but nope. Boyles, Vincent's going to be able to run it off the turn there. He got a little loose. And this is what Tucker wants to see, them battle. Boyles didn't want to see that. Oh, whoa! Hold on to it! What? Are you kidding me? No! Oh, my! And just like that, yeah, we'll go back and we'll. Oh, that's just heartbreaking. Yeah, I mean that's all it is to it. There, you saw him get a little loose right there. 23 or the 33 up there got loose. I mean, the 21 came in.
21 looked like he was drifting up ever so slightly, and then just stockpile.
And so, all right, 33 is Vincent.
33,
yeah.
3 is Vincent.
Vincent got loose. 21 there came in and pretty much saved Vincent. Vincent got saved by that because he was, watch. He got saved along the wall. Unfortunately, the others didn't. Or didn't.
Look. Then just look at everybody dipping and diving through all of it.
Unfortunately, Boyle's involved with that one. Just nowhere to go. Oh. Wow. Guineasman got through. Fan school. Oh, heartbreaking. We got
news
pit
going
stops.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we're sitting here looking at it all, we've got people in the pits.
Yeah, really. Yeah, hey, really, yeah. Sometimes it's crazy. But why not? Come on pit road, get your 4 tires of fuel, but Tucker's going to get back out in front of them.
I wouldn't even take fuel. I'd just take tires. You're already good on fuel as it is. Don't weigh it down anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they took fuel or not. I mean, obviously, a 16-second stop on Tucker's part. A longer stop is obviously in Kinnington, 15 Van Scoot and so forth. But Holloman, Miller, and Boyles did not pit. But the problem I think with Boyles is he's got damage. I don't got it in. Yeah, you can see it right there. I don't know how much that damage is going to affect him. It might not. You know, again, I mean, I've been fooled before. Here's where we're going to test our theory. Yes. Well, let's get this off the point here. Tucker's going to be faster with the newer tires if he can clear this traffic real quick. He gets hung up, though. Holloman and Miller and them could get away. And with only, less than 20 to go, seeing how hard it is to pass at this place. Kind of question. Boyles with that damage. Hopefully it won't hurt him. We'll have to see, though. Going to be interesting.
The 22 lap tire offset. Granted, these are brand new tires, and I mean, there's almost nothing run on them as it is. Yeah. Whereas 22 lap olds that have now gone through a heat cycle. Earlier, when we were comparing tire life and the time differences, it was on tires that already had a good amount of runs played out, and they ran on them, and they evened out a little bit. So now we can see like fully brand new, true, fresh tires versus old, worn in.
Nope, pace truck's in. Here we go. Going back green. Holloman and company up front with
Green
Miller.
flag,
Green
green
flag.
flag.
You see Tucker trying to get that jump. And the one thing, like what you just mentioned there, even with those new tires, you got to get them up to the temperature. They will be cold and they will be slick. And it needs to be careful.
Tucker just aggressive off the start. That's probably. Oh,
He got
that
through
was
it. Wow, Miller got spun. Or he got in the wall one. We'll go back and watch it here. I can watch it one more time, but man, that was close on Tucker's part. Almost got the rear end of him. Let's kind of see what happened to Miller here. Now Tucker's sitting in a perfect spot. Oh, he just got
Right
hit. No, he just got hit.
here, I think Tucker got some right rear damage on that as well.
Yeah. But I mean, you just saw it right there. Or just got hit.
He got ran over a bit by Cole Macheski.
He had a run. Boom. Oh, Macheski was actually Mitchell, wasn't he? Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell got a run and just hit him. Boom. Kingsman. Oh, yeah, well, let's look at look and see if it's a bad damage on the back car. Looks okay. The wing looks straight still, so might have hurt the tires if anything, scrubbed them a little bit.
Yeah, the whole rear looks completely fine. It might just be on right at the tire well.
Yeah. Got him. Looks straight.
It looks fine.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I might say is obviously, the tires spun a little bit there. All right, here we go. Well, Boyles Holloman up front. Tucker needs to clear Boyles quick. If I'm Holloman, yeah, I'm taking the high side. Want to put him behind Boyles. I can say I definitely wouldn't want him behind me. I would want Tucker behind there. He's hoping that 67 there will battle a little bit. Him and Tucker. Holloman can just walk off to the sunset.
Alman's gonna need a real good jump. I agree with you, and hope there's fighting behind him. I think Tucker's in the best spot right now. He's starting second inside.
Well, the bad thing is he's got to
Control
get around
car though
Boyles.
on the outside. Yeah.
What's the hope? Holloman's hoping that Boyles spin tires, doesn't get to start, and Tucker gets checked up. That's what he's hoping.
Hang on, we're not going green.
We're not going green. More anticipation here. Yeah, that's the scenario I think Holloman wants to see. Boyles doesn't get the start, and they're going to give it to 67. Yeah. But he did get in the back of what's called. Now you got Van Scoit, who did pit same time. Now, if I'm Holloman, I want to see Van Scoit and Tucker side by side and just battle for about 5 laps. Please, y'all could do that. And he'd like to see Boyle stay in second spot. That way, when they do get done battling, they got to worry about him. Gonna be interesting. Think we take it to green here?
Hope so.
Been a good one so far. Here, Chicagoland.
I want to see it go.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see green till the end.
Getting excited over where you're at. Anticipation mode. Alleman up front, Boyle's there with them. Van Scoit, Tucker. Here we go. Off on the pace truck. We'll duck off on pit road. We will go back green. It'll be 13 when they cross the line. And you can see Boyle's right there. Holloman, excuse me, gets going. Boyles is going. This is what Holloman needed. Hoping Van Scoit can stay side by side with Tucker.
Box that 8 car in. Oh, Tucker gonna take it right
let
up the
him
middle.
go. Or Van Scoit let
Meanwhile,
Tucker go, man. Wow.
Boyle's there. He passes Holloman. Tucker now firing to the outside as soon as he's clear.
Yeah. Boyle's trying to make it wide, but Tucker just those new tires and nothing to do. And then once Tucker gets there, it's over with.
Oh, tied on exit.
Yeah. Tried to push him up, squeeze him. Not going to happen. Tucker to the lead. It's all tires.
No, it's not. Now, next
Oh,
one was
Holloman.
the best friend of... Whoa! A lot of cars
Wow.
sideways in the walls.
Holloman fighting hard. Boyles falls off. I mean, those tires are cooked. Done for him. He falls way back. Meanwhile, Holloman's there. Van Scoit battling for second. And Tucker's loving everything he's seeing in his rearview mirror. I don't know if anybody's
Van
got
Scoit, he's
anything
clear to
for
second.
Tucker. Yeah, I don't think anybody's got anything for Tucker.
I don't think so either. He's just had a very good car all race long. And he, as soon as he cleared Holloman, he cleared them fast, both him and Boyles. And now he's set sail and gone.
What he needed. Van Scoit and
Sail away.
Floor, they're out there. They're on the newer tires. Windsor, I mean, and obviously you can see these are guys on the new sets of tires coming through. Those chaotic. Holloman's on that old set of tires. Nothing he can really do. Komacheski's there. Windsor. Got Clore. He's been fast all night long. Van Scoit now. Pick it up. Remember, he was fast earlier on. Oh, now that they've cleared. I mean, they do have time with 9 to go. They're going to have to go. Tucker wants to see
It's
them battle.
definitely go time.
Yeah, they want to. I mean, Tucker
I
wants to see
wouldn't
them
even
battle.
try to race. I wouldn't race for a second. I'd push Van Scoit as much as you can to get to that 8 car before you start racing.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. Unless we get down to about 3 to go and we're still at the same distance, then okay, well, I'm going to fight you for a second. Be the only other way, but I'm with you right now. Yeah. You just see Clore's got such a run off that high line. We're a tick faster. Not enough faster than Tucker. What Tucker probably don't want to see here is a caution. I think he wants to go to green. Okay. It was Clore got enough. And the Clore's been up and down all race long.
He was up in the top 5 for a good bit, and then he just dropped. And now finally good to see him back up here.
And by them racing like this, they're just letting Tucker go.
Yeah, that 8 car is truly set sail now. Side by side, you're not going to gain anything.
I'm with you. A couple laps ago, I think I would have just, at this point, I would have just sat back. Yeah. And I get it, you want second place, but at some point, you might want to say, look, we got a faster, because it looked like they were gaining on Tucker while they were single file. Now they're not. I mean, they're still holding with Tucker even side by side, so that tells me that they're faster. But by battling, nothing they can do.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, but they don't want to see this.
Oh, caution's out.
Holloman. Oh. Yeah, now this is what I don't think Tucker wanted to see. Ooh, he got the wall.
Not in the slightest.
Ooh. Tucker's going to have to get the start of his life here, get away from these guys, and go. That.
Just what the guys reacted to the freaking outside. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Ain't nobody falling for that. Nobody going pit road. Whew.
Now,
all right.
How big of a gambler are you?
Well, there's nobody going on
I
pit
know
road.
we just had. Okay, so nobody went on pit road.
No, unless you're way back in the back. I mean, Guinea's been back there 14th, 15th place spot, sure, but nobody up front. Track position is so crucial here. Now the question is, your Tucker, who do you want on your inside? My bad, it's going to be Van Scoy no matter which one do you want. You want high or low? Where do you want to put Clore?
Who you want behind you?
Yeah, that's it. Who you want? Where you want to put Clore? I mean, Carr. I mean, really, Carr's on the same set of tires too, so. I don't know. Tucker just needs to get the start and go.
If he gets that launch and gets to the white flag, I think it's Tucker's. But if Clore and Vanskoik, they stay right there with him, he might have some competition. Because as you mentioned, while they were racing side by side, they weren't really losing anything to Tucker. They were actually kind of gaining on him.
Oh, gonna be green, white, checkered. Attempt number 1. Here we go. Now the green, white checkers, if you're new, they have to get around. If they make it to the white flag, the race is official. If they don't make it to the white flag and a caution comes out, we line them back up for another attempt at the green, white checkered. Maybe finish this thing out here on official style running. Took the inside. Okay. He's hoping those two battle back what he wants. So the pit stop Tucker had helped him out. Get up front here too. Tires.
Yeah, total. As you said, what they don't really talk about, they always talk about, the pit crew. No, it's total time. The driver can make up a lot of time, and the pit crew can lose you a lot of time.
Oh. Place truck's in. Here we
Someone
go.
we haven't talked about as well.
Green flag.
Green flag.
He does get a good jump. But so does Clore. Clore needs to clear Van Scoy.
I think he just might going through.
Oh, yeah, he drove it.
He is clear.
Wow.
Now head down for Clore. Look at that in front of you.
Yeah, because he got enough to get around Tucker. But, man, here comes Cole Macheski, and this is what Tucker wants to see. White flag. We'll get there.
Race is official now, no matter what flag flies next.
Absolutely, man. Tucker out front, and I think, man, as long as he stays where he's at, he's okay. Meanwhile, the battle's going to pursue here for third. Cole Macheski pops the wall. Fluor's trying everything he can. He's got 2 more turns. I just think, man, Tucker's too far out in front of him. Here comes Alex Carr to the inside. Yep. And Scoits around. They're wrecking out of 4. Cole Macheski, is he going to get third? Yes. Tucker's going to win. Kluwer and Cole Macheski, top 3. Man, what a race and what a comeback for that man right there.
He is so happy. I bet he is, Chastity.
Woo! Jumping up and down in the rig. What a race.
What a race indeed. And hey, we had some good long flag runs. We've had some excitement. A green, white, checkered, always an exciting way to finish a race.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Tucker was just on top of the field all throughout.
Bring up Clore. Let's get a word with him.
Dan Clore, this is Wesley and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey guys, how goes it?
Doing pretty good, man. Well, not quite the wild rides we've had so far the last couple of weeks. We actually had some long green flag runs going on. How'd the car feel from the beginning to the end?
It felt pretty good. Conti put out a good setup this week. Just that dirty air, as you know, just really was not fun to drive behind. So I totally screwed up qualifying. I had to start in the back, so I had to work my way up. And here we are after a lot of mistakes. We definitely fought through adversity tonight.
Hey, fought adversity or not, we saw you climb your way up, and then you fell back. You fell, and then finally climbing back up again. Coming out P2, was it?
Yes, sir.
And a great run. Were you planning for? I know everybody, whenever you're running practices, it's very small amount. It's hip of cautions. It's most likely long green flag runs. Were you planning on seeing the green flag runs and having your strategy for that?
Honestly, with how the league's gone, unfortunately, I was expecting a lot more cautions, especially with running the A Open this week. It was kind of a hit or miss on if it was green, some long runs or not. But I learned a lot this week, and I was trying to go with the strategy that I'd planned up, and it was on track. But when I was leading, I spun and had that EOL, and that kind of just destroyed all strategy that was in play, and it was more of just survive and try and get back up front.
Well, you got back up front for sure. And then that final restart, or not the final one, but the final couple of runs, you were sitting there battling side by side with Van Skloik and not really losing any time with Tucker whenever y'all were fighting. Do you think if you were able to get fully clear, you could get after him?
Yeah. It was a lot of fun racing door to door with him. But I was more focused on trying to stay ahead of him because that dirty air was just so bad. Did not want to be behind him. So I was honestly kind of glad that last caution came out because he had just passed me, so I had the inside line on the restart, and it worked out in the end.
Oh man, Joe, you got anything for him?
What a heck of a run to that front, man! I'm gonna tell you, that was a wild one there. I know the restarts probably worried you just a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good race. It was a fun night. Appreciate you boys and all that you do, and SSRL and the guys over at Goated Huss Esports. Hope Dave is enjoying that Mountain Dew and that rum over on the beach. But we had a good night.
What else you want to thank?
Everyone at Team Conti as always, and my wife who's in bed.
There you go, Shane Clore, man, pulling it off here tonight and bringing home in second. Bring up Cole Macheski up here. Let's get a word with the man in third. Oh.
Hey Thomas, this is Wesley and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, come home third. It was a little bit of an interesting night compared to the last couple of weeks. We had some green flag runs, some some very quick runs broken up by cautions. How'd the car feel throughout it all?
So I got nose damage on that early caution on the restart. Didn't get it fixed, which hurt a lot, and didn't get fixed till about lap 70 on that after that long run. And car just never really felt the same afterwards. But I'm glad I was able to recover and take home 3.
Well, take home 3. It was great run. Speak with all that different green flag run lengths and a couple of green flag stops even. Were you planning on that? Did you have your car set up, or were you just trying to go with the flow of what you expected?
I was hoping that we were going to get fuel runs, and we got one, and I enjoyed it. It was definitely a lot better this week than it has been in the past few weeks.
Oh, better indeed. And then that final restart, you had just a whole bunch of movement. Everybody, as soon as Tucker got clear, everybody's then on top of each other, seeing just a giant scrap. But you kept it clean, you kept it close with everybody. How'd you feel then at that moment?
I felt good. I felt like I was going to be able to push both of them so we could all 3 of us get past and stay there. I got tight getting into, I think it was 1 or 2, whatever it was, and kind of let out of it and was able to get third back coming out of 4 there at the end.
Joe, you got something for him?
Man, I want to run to get up to second. You mentioned there, you said you had nose damage. How was it affecting the car? Pushing or no dirty air here played a huge factor, but how exactly was it affecting that car? Because you look pretty quick.
Yeah, so I like running the top here. I'm not a huge fan of the bottom. And with that nose damage, I was just pushing more towards the wall every lap. It was not too much fun, but it was fun.
Fun indeed. You got third, man. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Team Watson for putting out an excellent setup this week, and my teammates, and you guys in the booth.
Yo, man, I told Macheski bringing it up to this guy, man. He had a wild race tonight. Tucker, Joe in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Roll from the back to the front. Got it done here tonight. You had a fast car. Looked like you had a good long run setup. Got to ask, though, did you want to see those late caution?
I can tell you, the last one I didn't want to see. I started counting down from 11 to 1, and I got to like 5. But this car was fast. Conti built a great setup for this.
Absolutely.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, it was, couldn't have done any better, man, to come to the field. Now, when you took that pit stop, you had the advantage on tires. Maybe any time in that point there was you thinking, man, I'm not going to be able to get through this field because, the track position was really crucial here tonight. And you just, trying to make up ground, and then that one caution came out and got you up front.
I didn't think that behind Blair and Justin and whoever else it was. I don't remember his name. Bryant Miller. I think that's who it was. I wasn't worried because I knew all I had to do was stick it in the middle, gain a run off of 2. But then me and Caleb banged doors in the entry of 1, and then I about died off of 2. Yeah, that was chaotic. And then that final restart when I was behind Blair and Justin, I just stayed committed to Justin until I got clear of Blair.
Now,
and I was cutting it close.
All right, one last thing here, and Tyler's up, but man, look, I don't know if you knew what happened or felt it, but when Miller got hit, he hit your rear. That could have sent you around. How scared was you during that moment?
I started jerking the wheel, hoping it wouldn't jerk back right when I jerked it left, because I definitely felt that hit. And I was surprised I didn't even have damage after the hit. It took a ton of car control for that one, and I didn't think I had that much.
Yeah, that was a close call. You got through it, man. But hey, you had a bad, fast hot rod tonight, man. You got anything for him there, Wes?
Yeah, man, it was an interesting night tonight for sure. Wild ride. You had a car that seemed like it could get the jump on the restart, and then just had a great long run car and some amazing green flag laps. That first long green where you you had come into pit on one of those earlier cautions, and just having that little bit of extra fuel to let you stay out, and caution flew. There were only 7 guys left on the lead lap. How ecstatic was that feeling?
I was happy about the caution. I mean, I haven't screamed as loud as I did after I won until that caution came out. It was amazing because me and Gary were planning on putting 2 laps from when the caution came out, just so I could try to get a jump on these guys, and then the caution saved me. Even the last caution that was under a green flag cycle saved me because I had to save fuel. So, cautions really helped.
Yeah, that was another thing Joe and I were talking about before that caution came out about lap 170 or so. Everybody was going to be tight on fuel. Blair, Miller, Holloman, Miller, and I think there was one other car in the 36. They all seemed like they would have made it and they would have been fine, but everybody else, there was going to be a little bit of saving. Were you planning to save or just praying for that caution?
I was saving, holding the clutch as much as I can, but when I saw that I wasn't saving as much anymore, I just went full force, and I was running Justin and whoever it was down from like 4 seconds back, and that before the caution I was like 2 seconds and I could see them. So at least my pit crew finally showed up this week. I don't know what they've been doing the rest of the weeks, but they finally showed up and got us the lead.
Get you the lead they did, man. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Got anybody you want to thank for that win tonight?
Let's see. Connor Fuge for the amazing racecraft scheme. This eight's been on rails lately. Jesse Tucker Realtor, my mom, my dad, Trek Racer. This is all these guys, Dave, behind the scenes, putting this on. You guys for broadcasting. My biggest fan, Tyler, watched him do a little dancey dance after the race. And everyone watching. You guys are what keep this going.
There you go, man. That's Tucker bringing it home tonight, and it was a thriller, man. Here, let's look at our results order here real quick. As old Tucker brings it home in victory, we got Clore coming home in second. Cole Macheski finishing off in third. Greg Carr bringing it home there in the fourth. Alex Carr in fifth. We got Kayla Mitchell bringing it home there in sixth. Good run with Windsor in eighth. Ozak pulling it off in ninth. Nicotera there in the 10th. Sanchez up in the 11th. Henningsman, he hangs on there in the 12th. Gerlach back in the 13th place. Got Boyles and Scoit, man, unfortunately falling back there to 15th. Brian Miller bouncing back up to 16th. With Maines back in 17th. Jurgensen in 18th. Holloman there in 19th. Tibble back in back in 20th. Phillips, he's there in the 21st. Vincent back in 22nd. Alphen 23rd. Spot. And back there is Duncan. 25th, Sumter. 26th spot,
Pfluger,
appreciate it. Victor, that is. Hammond's back in 27th. Harold back in 28th. Donnell in 29th. Gruschmacher back there in the 30th. Jones in 31st. Stevens in 32nd. Westwood 33rd. Dina there in 34th. And I tell you, what a race it was. You know, we had some long green flag runs. We had some cautions out here. We had some pit strategies. We had, a wild night. And just pretty much everything packed into this race here for Chicago.
Oh, crazy. And you know what? I'd love to see this again next week when we go. Where is it at? We're next week. Auto Club? Gateway. Ooh, I'd love to see this again, this type of racing where we've got that long greens that happen and then we've got some interesting cautions thrown throughout. It's just made for a great show tonight. I loved all the drivers. They all seemed very respectful for each other. There were a couple incidents where running over it, just fighting for the same area of realty and such on the track. But hey, that's what happens whenever you go racing at around 200 or not 200, around 180 miles an hour. For a couple hours.
Absolutely.
But great race. I love seeing it. I want to see it again next week.
Yeah, no doubt. We go to short track racing there at Gateway, like you said, man, for the Spartan Sim Racing League Master Series. Folks, hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. For ourselves, we're leaving Chicagoland here tonight as Tucker wins it. For myself and everyone, have a good night.